numbers are probably even a bit higher, just because there's a good chance that some of the participants in those studies did not want to disclose that they had a history of trauma, or hadn't identified something they experienced as traumatic, or had experienced traumatic memories, traumatic experiences, and had completely repressed the memory. Now, what happens sometimes for clients, especially clients who do develop PTSD symptoms, is that they can get stuck in a chronic fight response, a chronic flight response, or even a chronic freeze response. And they can be reenacting these responses and get stuck in them long after the threat is gone, long after safety has been reestablished externally. They still don't feel safe inside. And so some of the trauma work has to be around helping them discharge some of this energy in the body so that they can return to social engagement. Post-traumatic growth is statistically more likely than PTSD after a traumatic experience. So 1 out of 4 adults that experience trauma, 25%, will develop PTSD symptoms. And 1 out of 2 children that experience trauma will develop PTSD symptoms. So that's 50%. On the other hand, 66%, or 2 out of 3 trauma survivors, report some sort of growth, post-traumatic growth after trauma.
Guys, don't even come to me to take the test if you did not have 8 mama dramas and 8 papa dramas.
We found that our dropout rates for the trauma therapy were much lower than other trauma therapies. And some of our clients even reported that they had fun. You're going to have to take what you learned and adapt it for your setting. It needs to be modified.
Recovery.
And tell him why he deserves recovery. I think he really needs to hear this from you.
You deserve recovery because you're worthy of it. You're worthy of the experience that you see others have, the joy, the happiness, and the connections, and the joy. You are going to die alone. I just felt this sense of love, like actual love towards myself for like the first time. I guess I'm actually looking a little bit forward into taking it further. I guess I know a little bit more of what to expect walking into it. So yeah, I do have some excitement. So I'm definitely looking forward to our next session.
And you'll notice too that at the end of that role exchange, I intentionally had Dan try to integrate the messages from Low-Key into his body to really move the process beyond just words and imagination, but to help anchor it somatically.